What's up? I'm Justin. Welcome to Don't Disappoint Your Parents. 2 weeks ago, we made Char Siu on this show, and with the leftovers that my family and I couldn't finish, we're gonna make some Char Siu Bao. Let's get cooking. We're making Char Siu Bao today. To start, we're gonna make a bun dough. This dough, popular across China, should be white, soft, and fluffy. In the bowl of a stand mixer, we're going to dissolve 2 teaspoons of instant yeast in 3/4 of a cup of warm water. Use a chopstick to dissolve the yeast. Next, sift together 2 cups of flour and 1 cup of cornstarch. The sifting may take a long time, but trust me, it's worth it. The combination of the flour and the cornstarch will lower the gluten in your dough and give you a soft, fluffy bun. Add the sifted flour into the yeast water along with 5 tablespoons of sugar and 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Affix a dough hook onto your mixer and knead the dough on the lowest setting until you get a nice, smooth, supple dough. Cover the dough with a damp cloth and let it rest for an hour and 45 minutes. Meanwhile, we're going to prep our filling. I'm repurposing the char siu we made from 2 weeks ago. If you want to check out that video, click the link in the corner right now. You could totally use store-bought char siu as well. We're going to chop up about 1 pound of the char siu into fine pieces and set it aside. To complete the filling, we're going to make a char siu sauce. Start by dicing up half an onion with some extra fancy editing. In a small pan, add about 1 tablespoon of oil and the diced onion. Saute the onions for a minute before adding in a tablespoon of sugar, a tablespoon of light soy sauce, a tablespoon of oyster sauce, 2 teaspoons of sesame oil, and 1 teaspoon of dark soy sauce. Stir until combined and add half a cup of chicken stock. Bring your soy sauce mixture to a boil and reduce the heat to low. In a separate small bowl, combine 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 1 tablespoon of water. This will give you a slurry that is commonly used to thicken Chinese sauces. Add the cornstarch slurry into the soy sauce mixture and stir until a silky sauce forms. Add your char siu sauce into the diced char siu and fold until all the char siu is evenly coated. I also added a few extra drops of red food coloring to really get that char siu color. Set the char siu filling aside in the fridge for later. After your dough has rested for an hour and 45 minutes, we're going to bring it back to the stand mixer. Add 2 teaspoons of baking powder into the bowl and knead until completely combined. If the dough feels a bit dry, add a tablespoon or 2 of water. The dough should have the texture of a firm Play-Doh. Turn the dough out onto a work surface, knead it a few times, and roll it out into a long log. Cut the dough out into 10 equal pieces and roll them into balls. Evidently, I'm not really good at keeping things even, so I made some final adjustments, which is totally okay. Cover the dough balls with a damp towel until you're ready to work with them. Now, I'm no expert in rolling out dough, so we have my grandma. 好了，你来跟大家说好。好，那我们开始吧。To wrap the buns, press the dough down into a flat disc. As you can see here, my grandmother is rotating the dough slightly while rolling out its edge to get a full circle. The final rolled out dough should be about 4 inches in diameter, and it should be slightly thicker in the center and thinner on the edges. Add about a tablespoon of filling into the center of your dough and make small folds across the top of the bun until you get a sealed baozi. A little disclaimer, my grandmother is from the northern part of China, and so her northern folding method won't give you that classic Cantonese exploded bun, but nevertheless these are amazing. While my grandmother was making the buns, I got out our steamer and added a whole bunch of water in it. You could totally use a wok too. I also cut a large sheet of parchment paper into 4x4 inch squares to put on the bottom of our buns. And finally, I tried to make my own buns, but those didn't turn out as camera ready, but still worked. Once our 10 buns are complete, we're going to add as many as possible into a bamboo steamer. My 2 bamboo steamers fit only 8 buns, so I stored the other 2 in the fridge to stop the yeast's action, and steamed those later. For the rest of the buns, we're going to let them proof for 15 minutes before putting them in a steamer with room temp water, turning on the heat to high, and steaming for about 15 minutes until the buns are beautifully puffed. And of course, this episode wouldn't be complete without a cross-section shot, and this is truly one for the books. Just enjoy. These Char Siu Baos are amazing. Really just restaurant quality. While they don't look like the ones you typically get at a Cantonese dim sum place per se, the bao is amazingly pillowy with that slight sweetness, and the filling is savory and moist. Honestly, I was surprised by how great these turned out, and my grandmother and I ended up eating 6 out of the 10 buns just right after filming. 我们来尝这个叉烧包，不错吧？
吃吗？
吃啊！
哦，非常好吃，
味道怎么样啊？
很好，真的很好，
真的还蛮软的，对吧？
很好吃，非常好吃。
谢谢你帮我一起做。
主要是你做的。
没有啊。
好了，
好，拜拜。
拜。